Welcome back to the Pose After Show. We are the House of Pose. Now listen, I got a couple questions. Was that a condom or a beige nipple over Miss Norman's house? Are Angel and Papi finding love in a hopeless place? And I'm sorry, Damon and Ricky. What's going on? Pretty Ricky. Things could get ugly. We're going to talk about it, so stay tuned with us. Pose Season 2, Episode 7, Blow.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome back to our Pose After Show. Hey, everybody.
We're blowing you some kisses today.
Exactly. You know what? I wasn't even thinking about that when I did it. I was just like, I love you. Thank you for watching.
And I was over here blowing glitter all over.
If I had brought baby powder, I would have used it as a prop and pretended it was cocaine.
You know what? I'm done. Blame the Destiny's Child.
No, I'm not playing that. Johnson & Johnson's.
Destiny's Child, white chicks.
No, Johnson & Johnson's has been known to have
Johnson.
cancer going on in that talcum powder, so we're not going to be doing that.
Talk about it.
I've been paying attention to the news.
Come on, health reasons. So you guys, I'm also sure that you see this lovely pup here in my lap. He is mine, and he is also a new member of the House of Pose. So we're not gonna mind him. He's still going through the audition process, but he's a temporary House of Pose.
He hasn't walked a ball yet, so we don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So once he makes the cut, we'll see.
I think he's going to win for puppy realness, personally.
I like that.
Puppy realness.
Yes.
Here for it.
And thumbs up for puppies. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. I am Jaimi Gray, and to my left, I have Mariel Turner. Hey, girl.
Hey, so great to be back.
Yes, we have a full panel finally.
Yay!
All right.
Everybody's back.
Exactly. Now to your left, we have Brendan. Hey. Brendan, Haley.
How you doing?
Yes. Okay, and then of course to his left, we got Miss Shawna.
Y'all know that's me.
Yes.
What's up, y'all? The
All
episode was amazing.
Was it though?
I think so.
All right. Well, we'll get
Y'all
into
know I'm
it.
the Paula Abdul of this panel. Everything
You
was
are.
great.
I know. She's
you
like,
are.
I feel like I'm progressively becoming the Simon Cowell. I'm just like, no, I don't like it.
You know, and I think that's good though. That's like why we review this show. We want to agree to disagree, but you guys have a lot more to look forward to. Like Shauna's got our news and gossip. Brendan has so much with the fashion, and Mariel's got our live chat. So if you're in the live chat and you're like, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, hit her up. Okay. So let's get into this episode. Was this episode really all about a condom?
Yeah.
Condoms and coke?
I want to know what the pitch meeting was like. Were they like, hey guys, hey FX, I'm thinking condoms this week. Like the biggest condom you could ever see.
Huge. You know what? Okay, so we know that Miss Norman told lies to page 6. Blanca and the girls felt some type of way about it. But yeah, overall, the episode, it seemed like it was about a condom. But like overall, what were your thoughts on this episode? Like for me, I was like, it was okay. You said it was awesome, Brendan.
I thought that there were a lot of concepts that could have been really cool to play around with, but I'm going to be honest, it kind of fell flat. And it's not for any particular fault of the performances. I think it was mainly because it was about a condom, and when it wasn't, it was about things that were never really resolved. It was just sort of like a slice of life.
Yeah, I agree. I think the condom story was just kind of a filler, and it didn't really need to be there because there was so much more going on than
it wasn't even full. We didn't see it fully erect.
Yes, this is true.
Can I say that on air?
Yeah, you can see erect.
Yeah,
it looked like, as Jamie said, a nipple. So.
It did, though. I was like, even when it was blowing up, I was like, nipple. That's what it does
I
not
think
look
they were
like.
trying to prove a point that old girl was not as stiff and hard as she thought she was. So it didn't inflate all the way, but that's okay. They came together to make it happen. And what I liked about it was that it was
breaking me tonight.
about how stiff and hard. No, I know. Listen, when I say hard, you guys, I mean
Stiff and
you
hard.
know, she's just not she wasn't a good person. She deserved that. I feel like the neighbor said she was going to call the police just simply because she saw some people that looked a little different. But I like the fact that they came together for non-violent protesting. Like, there's so many ways for you to be an active, to be an advocate for the things that you believe in without having to go be violent or go to jail or remove yourself from your everyday life. So I feel like they came together for something good.
Well said.
And I can't even trip on them. They did their thing.
All right, Paula.
Right. Okay, Paula. Speaking of Paula, I love how they played Straight Up during this episode too. Straight up, now tell me. You know, they're gonna be like, y'all were born just yesterday. You know the lyrics? I know the lyrics. Just okay. Not tonight. Okay. I honestly could have done without this segment in the episode. With the condom, it's just like, okay, like after Candy died 2 episodes ago, I just kind of seemed like it has fallen flat. Or actually, I'm sorry, that was 3 episodes ago that she had passed away. Or was it 2?
I think it was 2.
because we're in episode 7, so we now have 3 episodes left. I want to say it was 2 episodes ago because me and Brittany were here last week, and then we missed the week before. So it's probably been 3 episodes since. Anyway, Candy, you know, she's the ghost of Christmas past or devil's advocate. But yeah, I feel like I just could have done without this whole condom talking because I just didn't see, like, the purpose. You want to, you know, get revenge and get even, but good for you. Like, I wasn't wowed by this entire thing.
I think it would have worked better as a tactic in the storyline if they had shown more of the payoff, because we only got one scene with Miss Norman, and all of that build-up and bulking of that storyline, it didn't really come to much. It came to a threat.
We don't know yet because they did have some like news cameras there and stuff like that. It reminds me of like, remember Wrap It Up, like 1-800 all that stuff. Wrap It Up on 106 and Park, and all the celebrities are like Wrap It Up. It reminds me of that and how it like started, maybe in its grassroots, where it's like we will get the news out here and we will put out a message for everyone, and we're gonna get our message across.
You're going so much farther back. Like, I grew up in the era of don't risk it, wrap your biscuit.
I like that too.
Which,
I didn't know they were wrong for that.
I'm definitely calling myself out for being a YouTube baby, even though I was born in the mid-90s. So,
I guess I just called myself out because I'm talking about Wrap It Up, and that was WRAP.
I remember it, though.
I remember
Dougie the most being like Wrap It Up.
I remember
and Diddy was also like vote or die.
Vote or die.
Okay, that's like 2004-ish.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, that's probably the grassroots of like TV activism and utilizing the media and these news companies for what you need to get out there.
I guess.
I think my issue is that it seems very like PSA type of thing, and it's just like we put on this condom on the house, and now you know we're on this journey, and it was just a little too much.
It was Lulus Speech that really did it for me, because I could have just looked the other way and let it happen. But then Lulu got real preachy. It wasn't Lulu, it was the showrunners. I'm sorry, you guys. I love you guys, but like, it was you guys. Just doling out the message. That's not a great tactic. If you want to talk about a meaning or have something be impactful to an audience, you don't say what it's about. You don't go out there and be like, we did a thing.
Okay, I gotta jump in the chat. Christopher says that storyline was about giving the kids something to fight for. So I think he thinks that we're not. You gotta think broader here.
Yeah.
Wait
like
a minute.
Shawna.
When you say we,
well,
I think
three out of four.
I will say I did like the idea that they're all sort of in a bad place and they need something to rally together with and fight with and find the fire in their lives again, essentially. But I was just not a fan.
Can
That's
I say
just my
one
opinion.
more thing? Okay, one more positive thing about this. Did you notice it's kind of like, because Pray Tell is kind of like the dad of the house.
Daddy.
The daddy, I don't know. The dad of the house. And do you see how they kind of came together? It's almost like when your kids get really sad. Well, I guess you guys don't have kids, but when kids get really sad, you might have to come up with a plan. So I like how they came together, like, okay, let's get them busy. Let's like give them a project. And it didn't even have to be the most important project. They were willing to do it with them, and they distracted them and got them back on track for hope, like they said, you know?
But also, what else are they gonna do? Like Damon, they're not really paying rent like they should be. He's not teaching dance classes no more at the Y.
Right.
Lulu, which I mean, I think she's just really affected by Candy's death, so they reel her in. And then Damon, I mean, he basically has no house. So they're all kind of all under Blanca again. So it's like they had no choice. I like that they were able to round them up to do something with themselves, but I was over the condom situation. Regardless of what you guys say in the live chat, I was just like, I get it. It was for a cause, fighting for, you know, the disease that was going around, but it was lackluster for me. So,
and by the way, I want to say that Lulu, I believe she was dealing with survivor's remorse because it is real. Like, I feel like she felt like, well, why didn't I go? I was the one that really wasn't responsible. Candy was way more responsible than I wasn't taking care of things. So this kind of gave her an idea of, actually, I can do something, and I'm supposed to be on this earth because I'm still here.
Right. And I do think that the episode, for maybe possibly being a little lacking in the front, it made up for in the end. There was a lot more to talk about and a lot more at play and at risk, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely love the storylines towards the end, and I just wish the episode had focused a little more on fleshing those out and kind of steered away from the
Condom
house
gate.
condom. But you know, it was cool.
Condom
it was fine.
gate.
It was good. It was
well,
all
I said
good.
what I had to say. But before we get to the next topic, Mariel, what else you got for us?
So before we move on, we just wanted to thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk, and for us to continue to grow, we could really use your help. So if you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. Only 5, nothing else works. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Obviously, I'm in the chat right now. I see you guys all in there, so make sure to give us your opinions. Being part of AfterBuzz TV has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love to do. So don't forget to tell your friends and keep on enjoying our shows.
Yes, thank you guys seriously for watching. Okay, so next, Angel and Papi.
Ooh, little Angel.
Man.
This was a bittersweet moment. I'm so happy they're finally together and going for it because they're so adorable, but also there might be a little trouble in paradise with the name cocaine.
Yeah,
Cocaine.
you know what? It's in the words of Pray Tell, I'm not going to say I told you so, even though I told you so. It's like we wanted their relationship to be great, but it's like it didn't. I'm starting to see that it might go downhill. And this is why I said, like, are they finding love in a hopeless place? Because it's like the drugs all of a sudden, which, I mean, okay, well, they took the drugs and then they got it on, and all of a sudden, I love you. I love you.
More than once, honey.
I thought you were brother and sister at first. Let's take it easy.
They're still in the
Wait a
thralls of
second.
euphoria at that point.
Yeah.
Also, Angel was clearly talking to Papi's butt. Did you see it? Did you see that booty?
I mean, it was poking a little bit.
It was so cute. It was just a little boop, boop, boop.
It was. I think that there is genuine love there. I think it's just like you mix in cocaine and drugs, and of course you're gonna be like, "This is the love of my life." While
Yeah.
it may just be like a puppy love kind of thing.
I do think that they really care for each other and even, I would say, love each other, but that's 100% the drugs talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is what I think. First of all, I wrote down, it's official! Woohoo! Angel and Papi are a couple. Little Angel does exist. Pangelista, Pangel, however you want to call them.
There are too many shit names.
Seriously, they're using all the names. Okay, so Pan, all that. But I wrote that even though, and I know some of you are going to have to agree with me because, like, that's just how it goes. Even though we've been waiting, somehow it still felt a little rushed. Am I wrong?
No, I
Didn't
agree
it
with
seem
you.
like, because we've been waiting for this long drawn out thing, and then it's just like one day she just pops up and does breakfast in bed, which, by the way, he deserves. He has been supportive. But it's like weird to me that she just, but there's this breakfast in bed thing. She's all so into him. She gets this call. She makes him her boyfriend, and then it's like now she convinces him it's medicine and they're doing drugs now. It's just all happened like a whirlwind, a little bit too fast for me. And I think that the way you start is the way you end. And so it happened fast, so it's going to end fast. Sorry. I'm sad about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think them finally getting together was time for that. But I do think it escalated from like, okay, now we're official to now we're in love and we're doing cocaine together. And, you know, it did jump really fast through the episode, but I think them actually getting together, it's time, you know. I just feel like it was time.
They're both so inexperienced. Like, even with the whole situation, the way that they showed up at the place and the way that he was talking, hey, I'm Esteban, I just wanted to thank you for... It's just like...
I also had no idea who they were talking about at first. I'm so used to calling him Papi.
Me too. And he's like, you're bringing out my government name. I was like, yes, get ghetto at the function. I like that.
Get ghetto.
I like that. He was himself.
Yeah, I mean, and so was Angel for a sense, too, because she was like, hold on, what did she say? But, I mean, before we get into that, congrats to Angel, because she's the new BB girl. Okay, let me get my fan out. Okay.
You get one Nicole Kidman clap.
You get my fingertip clap.
How proper.
So yeah, congrats to her, just with this whole VIP party. But when she told Papi, she was like, it's medicine. I said, what in the Adam and Eve? Like, what are you doing?
Girl, this is
you
Pose,
know that
Adam and Steve.
But Papi, you knew. Papi used to sell drugs. So you mean to tell me you don't know what that is? They know what they're doing. And it disappointed me that they got into that so freely and that it was sticking. Because even when we saw later in the episode, Damon catches them in the act, and, you know, he got mad he gave Angel this look like, dang, why'd you throw out the cocaine, like, out the window? You didn't notice that? Like, he looked at her like...
Are they addicted already?
I mean, I think so. I mean, they already brought it home,
I
you
do
know?
feel like it was
free.
very much pushing the characters in a direction that wasn't natural, but we also haven't been spending a lot of time with them in the last couple of episodes.
Right.
So it could be that, but also, I don't know, it just didn't feel like them, so I'm thinking maybe something else is going on. We haven't seen the full picture. I don't know.
Maybe
I'm trying to find hope in this.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for the pharmaceutical thing, even that, it was like, okay, you can still get addicted to drugs that doctors prescribe you. I don't know, like, that whole, like, oh, it's not drugs, it's medicine. And I know it's before, like, Oxy and all of that became such an issue like it is today, but it's still, like, the drugs the doctors prescribe you are still drugs.
For Angel, it could also be the pressure of being successful and climbing the social ladder, because that's very real.
Right.
The higher up you get, the more pressure is put on you to do things that you might not be comfortable with.
Already.
True. I actually saw a tweet from Angel, who, like India Moore, who says that, you know, in Angel's defense, all she saw were successful and rich people doing this. And so she felt like I've arrived. I made it. So I kind of get that.
That does make sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Rashonda in the chat says they are too poor for Coke.
Wow.
Harsh, but true.
That's the tea, honey.
They took it in a little goodie bag, and that's why Papi was mad. Like, even Damon said that's expensive. Like, he knew. So, which I love how Damon in this situation was like the good child of the house. He was like, now, you know, mother would not approve. So I like that they're checking each other.
Damon's a mini MJ Rodriguez.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
He's so cute.
He's her first child.
Yeah, he's becoming so much more like his mom.
You know what? I will also say I liked seeing Angel in this scene, because I think for Pose, at least, or from what I've seen, this is the first sexual situation we've seen versus season 1. Like, we saw Angel in the bed with Stan, but they were not doing anything really sexual where you're like, oh, they're having sex. This was the first time where we're like, they're having some sort of intercourse from what we know. It just looked a little more steamier than other scenes and other seasons. So what'd you guys think?
I think that also prompted more I love yous. We know that love can be like a drug as well, you know, and especially if you're not, you know, if you're connected with that person and you're not very much used to that. Because, you know, before she's been doing all this stuff on the bridges and on the piers, but this is real. This is like, I'm looking at you in your eyes. I'm moving your hair out of your face. All of those things, romantic things that people want to feel.
I agree with that. And I think emphasizing that very same point, it's more of an artistic choice, because when she was with Stan, it's supposed to be a little isolated and a little bit awkward and a little separated. And you can see that in the muted tones of, like, her apartment that he buys her. Whereas with this, it's very rich and, like, earth tony and red. And that can also be attributed to the night out on the club or whatever. But it definitely paints a different picture. So I think it would be something more artistic.
Yeah, I really love seeing, like, the intimacy, because I think, and the acting, I think, was phenomenal in this episode, because you can really see, especially in that scene, now it could have been the cocaine, but they
Blame it on the cocaine.
They seem, like, very much in love and connected, and I think it's important to show those kind of images on TV, you know, that there can be that kind of intimacy in, like, a multitude of relationships. So.
Yeah, and that's why I brought it up, because we don't see that. You know, like, unless you guys are watching something else, but, like, you do not see this on daytime or, you know, primetime television, where they are showing you a trans person in a sexual situation where you can actually tell, oh, they're probably having some sort of intercourse. So I think that was very eye-opening to show that. Kind of like, I remember even with other shows where they finally showed, you know, gay people kissing. They're making strides. And so I think that was good to see. Okay. All right. Now, let's get into Daddy, a.k.a. Pray Tell, and Pretty Ricky. Things feel like they're getting really ugly for Ricky. You know, he was one of my favorites last season, and this season has not been a favorite, unfortunately.
Only to look at.
Yeah, I mean, he is fine to look at. He has a great smile, great body, but he's feeling Pray Tell apparently because he sees that Pray Tell is moisturized. So I'm just wondering, like, you guys, when I saw this, first of all, when he said, like, oh, like, when he said he was like, what if I like daddies? I said, Ricky. It's like he has no values. He has no morals. He just does not care. Damon literally dodged a bullet. But what were you guys' thoughts just on Ricky and Pray Tell and that whole situation on the bed?
No lies detected from what you said.
Yeah.
I seriously was taken aback. I gripped my imaginary pearls. I thought maybe the first time, Mariel, I always call her that, but Mariel made a reaction face, and that made me think like, wait a second, did he just flirt with him? Because at first I was all innocent about it, like, oh, la la la. He's talking to him about his skincare routine, but it was a little tinge of like a flirt in that hotel room. Did you guys hear that?
It's as you said, there were a few moments throughout the episode where they were having this kind of interaction, which seemingly came out of nowhere. I actually, and I don't mean to be a negative Nancy on this topic, but we do not need another narrative for gay men where the younger and the older characters fetishize each other. I think there's so many trauma bond. Yeah, there's so much beauty in their relationship. And Pray Tell is, in his words, an elder. So his job right now is to teach everyone and to help people avoid the problems and the things that he might have done, or, you know, avoid getting AIDS. And I just do not, as an LGBT viewer, I really did not like the fact that it became something sexual. It's totally fine in any context, of course, but it's a narrative that we see constantly and it's promoted so often, especially in like porn and all sorts of stuff. So like we didn't need that. Right. Do you feel like it matches Ricky's character though, to where he would say something like that, where it's just like, it's Ricky? I mean, yes. Ish. Yeah.
I have 2 points that I think are really important to make. One, about the last episode where we discovered Pray Tell's molestation. I do think that sometimes that can manifest itself. Not saying that Ricky is a minor or anything like that, but just that tendency to go beyond your impulse of being like, no, this is not right. It's like, well, you know, we could. And then on top of that, Ricky is searching. He's constantly been searching.
And I'm totally not dissing, you know, dating people or, you know, sleeping with people who are different ages. I think that's beautiful. It's just
those situations.
It's just those situations, and especially for the two characters. Like, it came out of nowhere. I like them better as a mentor and a student rather than compatible sexual partners or relationship partners.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hated it, to be honest.
Me too.
Like, and then I saw in the preview he said I took a lover, and they showed like a shot of him holding a hand, didn't show who it was. Like, I don't think that it fits Pray Tell's character at all, because he's been so much about mentoring and the children, and I'm an elder and I want them to grow and to avoid the pit traps that I took. And so I cannot see how anything could happen with Ricky. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I, like you guys, I very much prefer them to be like father-son or mentor-mentee and not a sexual relationship.
Same. Right. It does show how you can fall into the pitfalls, though, the traps of vulnerable people.
Do we feel that Pray Tell's going to fall for it and mess with Ricky, or no?
I think he is.
I think he might at least once.
It's kind of hard to tell, because why would they introduce the concept without making good on it at some point in the show? That seems to be how most narratives go.
It's hard though, because even the previews, like, it's hard to tell. But I will say this: I feel like if they did, there could be a specific reason. When we heard, okay, so let's just get into it. Ricky finds out that he is HIV positive, unfortunately. Okay, I wasn't shocked. Were you?
I knew it was coming, either for him or Damon. It was going to be one of them. Yeah. It makes sense that it would be. Ricky.
I mean, Ricky, he's been wandering since last season. He even said on his paperwork that he had sex with the same sex partners without condoms many times. So it was a given, and we knew he's a little nasty. Okay, he's a little freak. So I think that's, you know, what just happened. But I think when Ricky said, "I'm gonna die," whoa. I think what he's thinking, what else do I have to live for? I'm going to die anyway. So when they got close like that, it's like he's probably like, F it, Pray Tell, what's up? And Pray Tell, he has HIV and AIDS. His ex-lovers, both of them, the guy that he met at the ball last season, he died, and then his ex-lover also died. So he's probably like, what else do I have to lose?
Well, that's where I really want to see them come together as not in any way romantic. I just want to see them work through their shared trauma.
Yeah.
I want to see them build each other up. I even maybe want to see Billy Porter mentor Pretty Ricky and make him the next MC of the ballroom.
That would be cool.
He needs to bring it though. We'll see. But I mean, again, I was
personality.
I wasn't shocked, but I'm hoping the best for them. But also, I want to get into this as well. Just another theory. So when Angel and Papi go into her shoot the next day to go see Miss Ford, okay, Miss Ford with the red hair, she's walking in hungover, looking a mess. mascara all over her face, and she's 2 hours late because of her partying. Who do we think gave her the cocaine? Because we were having this discussion where we think, was it the guy that took the pictures of her before a couple episodes ago, or it was the guy that was just at the nightclub, a completely different character? I think it was just the guy at the nightclub.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy at the nightclub gave her the cocaine. But I was on the Pose Twitter, and the photographer at the end was the one who took her pictures.
Remember that?
Like, remember they beat him up?
That's who we saw at the end. Okay, because that's what I was wondering, if that was the guy that gave her cocaine, who was like, okay, was that a setup?
Yeah,
or
we
was
look
that
exactly the same. But that's the guy from the pictures, according to the Pose Twitter handle.
Okay, well then it must be official. Wow. So then there we go. That's another prediction, which we'll have to save. The episode was crazy. I won't say that it was horrible, but I will say that compared to the others, it was a little bit lackluster, and I'm hoping for
it was just
a little more excitement. Yeah, but again, that's my opinion. I said what I said. Like, I just wanted it to be a little bit better. You guys might like it. Express your opinions. But let's get into our special segments, okay? So, Brendan, what you got for us?
Well, this week I actually wanted to point out a little tidbit on fashion that our girl Shawna pointed out to me, and it is that not Ricky, Poppy's outfit in the club scene that they go to, Nell's, is actually inspired by Bobby Brown, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys
sense.
know Bobby B was like the hottest for the 90s.
Yeah.
He was doing it way big, and I find it very funny that they did that when they were doing the cocaine. What they trying to say about Bobby and Whitney?
The shade.
What I actually didn't even notice that.
I will also say, for the night, because I want to ask all of you this, favorite outfit of the night for me was Elektra. Do you guys have any?
I mean, she was serving.
I mean,
looks.
did you see that? She had a parasol.
Yes.
She called a white lady white bread. That I'm good.
Yeah, did she call her Wonder Bread? I was cracking up.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then I
Wonder
think
Bread.
another one was like a bottom hugger, hoe, whatever. Anyway, funny quotes. I would say my favorite outfit is probably Lulu when she was going to that dominatrix scene with Elektra, which Elektra was like, did you not learn your lesson? Like, you're going back, but I mean, hey, you gotta just cover it up and just act like nothing happened.
More importantly, how are you going to get money? Do you need to give out her Social Security to collect the? I don't know. I just want to make sure Lulu's getting paid.
I'm sure she is.
Okay.
She's like, I'm not doing this for free.
At all. She was getting that. She was securing the investment.
Yeah.
For what they needed.
Okay.
I would say favorite
Spank
outfit.
it, bank it.
I loved Electra's outfit, but I also really liked Angel's outfit in the club. Like, I felt like it was sexy, but also kind of covered.
I got a little bit of breakfast at Tiffany's with it as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the curls
I
around the
love
neck.
side boob
the
going on.
side
With the
boob.
afro type.
Yeah,
look.
with the fro. I just
love
thought
it.
it came together very nicely. So props to you, Angel.
Shawna, what about
and
you?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Angel as well when she was doing her breakfast in bed look.
Oh.
I really felt like it was like a kept woman who was just like, yes, okay, I'm here, I'm home, I do everything. Any questions? And I felt the energy of that, and I thought they were gonna get it on right then and there.
Oh, cool,
So
cool.
y'all know that's my thing.
Well, you guys in the comments, hit us up. Let us know what
Yes,
favorite
let's
outfit
hear a
you guys
couple.
have this week.
Yeah. All right, Shawna, what's
Okay.
our news and gossip, girl?
Okay, well let me just bring it on in.
All right, I'm ready.
Hey y'all know it's me with the news and gossip. I just wanted to start off and say I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, and I know we missed the trivia question, so let me just go ahead and start with it. Last week the trivia question was, which major production was our girl MJ Rodriguez a part of that got her big break before Pose? And I want to say, if you said the answer was Rent, then 10s across the board for you. Ara Davis, you are the first person to answer that question.
Get it, Ara.
And you deserve 10s across the board, girl. Okay, and this week, I'm going to hit you guys, since this episode was full of shade, I'm going to hit you guys with 2 of Pray Tell's reads from season 1. I want to know, who are 2 people that Pray Tell read when he said these one-liners in season 1? Are you ready? Let's listen. He said, flexibility and rhythm cannot be bought. Have a seat. And he also said, you need to stop selling your booty hole for quarters. Who did he say that to? Give me 2 characters. I want to know who he said that to. Okay.
I am sweating. That
No hints, guys.
You put character into those.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So tell me who in the world, Pray Tell, was reading. Then moving on to our comment of the week. Usually I do a tweet of the week, but I wanted to jump into the comments this week for the episode last week. Trey Teal told us, so if you didn't catch it, the scene where Pray Tell is speaking to the older man about forgiveness, that was taken from Billy Porter's real life. He did an op-ed piece where he spoke about the molestation he received by his stepfather and the struggle he had within his family, and finally telling his mother and how she reacted. I found it to be a very powerful scene. Thank you. That is some great information, because we now know that Billy Porter is pulling from his own life, you know, to portray this role.
I also believe that op-ed is from my work, The Advocate, if anyone wants to find it there.
Which is wonderful. So basically follow him on all social media and you can find out about any and everything. Okay, so thank you for that. Next, let's jump right into our news and gossip. The first thing I want to let you guys know is that our lovely and dear Stephen Canals was featured on the Peabody Awards' Peabody Presents Stories of the Year, alongside other award winners, for an in-depth conversation on powerful storytelling, which we all know he does. If you want to check it out, you can go to fxnetworks.com. It's actually a really compelling watch, and I encourage all of you to check it out. He's on there speaking all proper and looking all good. Okay, next let's jump into our girl MJ Rodriguez. I want to let you know that she actually received 2 nominations for Best Drama Actress and Breakthrough Performer of the Year by Gold Derby TV Awards. So she is actually head over heels in love with the fact that she is nominated for those things, and she responded to them with love.
All right, Snaps.
Congratulations, Snaps. We love you, mother. And one more about our girl, our love, MJ Rodriguez. I don't know if you guys know this, but another woman we admire on this panel, everyone loved Gabrielle Union around here.
Yes, yes,
absolutely.
yes.
I think she's wonderful and a diva. And she does a WCW every week. And last week was our very own mother of the House of Pose and Evangelista. And she was actually the chosen one. She said, today's WCW is MJ Rodriguez. I met MJ a couple years ago, and from the second we saw each other, we hugged like long-lost friends. She is an incredible culture-shifting talent that demands attention. How wonderful is that? And she also has more below. So you can check Gabrielle Union's Twitter, and you can see the love that she has given our mother. And our mother sweetly responded, thank you, sis. I feel the very same about you. Mutual. It's very, very mutual. So I'm just happy to announce that everyone's getting along. All of our women and are coming together, and it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I'm also going to piggyback on that and say MJ has some of the fiercest home looks this season.
Home looks?
I don't know. Those overalls
Like
with
a
the striped
muumuu?
shirt. No.
Like-
Although I could be here for a caftan or a muumuu.
Okay.
Always.
I was wondering. I was like, how?
And a head wrap. Oh my God. Yeah. Do you know me?
Yes.
I do.
Do you
A little
know
fancy
me?
bonnet,
I do.
maybe.
You said home,
Turn in.
and I know what to wear at home. Hairstyle for the muumuu.
All right.
Go wrong.
Thank you, guys. Oh, I don't have I don't have anything else. Yeah, this is it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Y'all want more?
Well, we'll
Make
have
it
more
up.
next week. I'm excited for that. But you guys, all right, predictions. Like, what do we think is going to happen? Right now, I don't know. But get this brains rolling.
All right.
Brendan, you got something?
I already do.
Go for it.
Sue Sylvester is going to bring the Glee Club to New York back in time and challenge Damon at regionals. No, Damon is clearly doing some sort of final showcase or a regionals situation. So I think we're going to see a lot more Damon heavy episodes in the next week or so. I'm thinking since he's on the uptick and calling people out for doing cocaine and all sorts of stuff, I think that we can see a brighter future for him, whether that means going on tour or nursing Ricky. I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot more Damon.
Okay, I can see that.
Let's see. I very sadly predict that Ricky and Pray Tell are going to hook up. And I also think it's going to crush Damon. And it's just like, why do that to the poor boy? But I do think they're probably going to end up hooking up. I agree with you that Damon is on the up and up career-wise. I think he's going to have some kind of major performance or showcase or something to show off his dance skills. I think Angel is going to really jeopardize her career with this whole drug thing and her relationship with Papi. I don't see that ending well. And I think she may, let's just say, end up going to rehab or getting some kind of help for her partying. And I do think that MJ might get some revenge for putting the condom on the house. Because she did say, I know people, be careful when you come out late at night. So I don't think we can forget about that. That might come back to bite her.
I'm worried about her getting
Me too.
bashed.
Yeah,
I'm worried
yeah.
about
I wouldn't shock me because she's truly evil, the landlord. So
Yeah.
Same. I personally have, I want to focus on Ricky and Praytel as well. I think that sadly they are going to hook up and that it's going to cause not only Damon to be crushed, but Blanca as well to have to come to his defense. I think that Blanca has been such a good mom that Angel's actually going to probably come to her and come clean about what she's doing, and she may be able to help them because, you know, Blanca's always the one to come to even when you really don't feel like you can. Electra is definitely trying to do something, like that's why she invested in Lulu. She's willing to do that because she wants to come back and kill the game at the balls. So I'm looking forward to those looks. I'm looking forward to all of that. And let me think about the last thing I want to say. Papi and Angel, I don't know. I love y'all, but you can't be doing drugs, okay? No, say no to drugs, okay? Because you guys don't know if the feelings are real or not, and neither do we. You're playing with our emotions. Stop. So yeah,
That's a very good
that's
way of
about
putting
it.
Yes, Shawna.
Hey, all right, I have
I
a lot. Just from all of you guys, I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. Let me type some more. Okay. So I'm like, where do I even start? Okay. Since Ricky has the disease now, has HIV, it is possible that Damon has it too, because I feel like we did hear them talk about not using condoms at one point, right? And
Yeah.
it was this season. So there's that.
And Chris got it from.
Yeah, Chris had it, and then didn't Chris pass away?
No, Chris is called him crying
Yeah,
because he
called him
got
crying.
it, but he only like gave him head. But
Oh, yeah, he said he only said, yeah, got it.
you
Yeah,
know,
but he has
they
it.
didn't know, but they didn't know how you got it then. So it was just like, you know.
So I feel like Damon possibly has it. He's probably going to get a big break dancing, and then possibly he'll, you know, be diagnosed and then get sick and pass out, pull a Praytel. Now with Electra, I was like, oh, maybe she'll get in trouble, you know, with the whole body situation. But if it's like Dory and Corey, maybe they won't find out until way later. So maybe the finale or next season, since we're approved for season 3. Let's see. Angel, I feel like Angel's gonna be in trouble with this guy, with the photographer guy, or it's gonna affect Papi some way, somehow. And Blanca, I feel like she's gonna get hurt. Just because, I mean, she tried that later on the news with her house on her property, and she's giving you property to have your shop. It doesn't look good.
Nope.
But let us know your predictions in the live chat. But, I mean, we're about to end, so let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. We love you for watching. But before you go, we got to let you know where to find us. So, Mario, we'll start with you.
you can find me at Mariel_Turner on all social media accounts.
And you can find me, Brendan Haley, at Brendan Haley on Instagram and Brendo Hales on Twitter, also here at AfterBuzz TV.
As you know, you can find me on Twitter at GShawnaO.
All right, guys, and I'm Jaimi Gray. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or on Instagram at Jaimi Gray, Jaimi. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Tune in next week. Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.